Hello, my name is Ann Marie Magné. Thank you for stopping by my booth. I'm so glad you wanted to hear about my memoir, Almost Ticked Off. You may think the title sounds a little bit funny, but I promise you, it's not funny, although there is humor. I'd like to start by telling you a little bit about my writing process. I cheated. Actually, I think all memoir writing is a little bit cheating because the plot is predetermined. The hard part is putting it down so that everybody enjoys reading it. In my case, I also took notes. This is 70-some days worth of hospitalization notes. I'll get to that in a minute. But the biggest assist to writing was being a member of the Writers Alliance of Gainesville and subsequently joining a critique group. By having a schedule for submitting a chapter every 2 weeks and having the input of other writers, giving me suggestions and ideas, which I always took, I stayed on track. My memoir is about the harrowing, horrible experience of my husband Lee's months in the hospital, barely clinging to life. Lee is a retired police lieutenant, and now he volunteers in the crime prevention unit of the Gainesville Police Department, or at least he did until COVID-19 sidelined those activities. He's a father and a grandfather and an obnoxious Gator fan. He's also what some people might call a health nut. Long before it was trendy, for all the time I've known him, which is almost 42 years, he has eaten what is now called a Mediterranean diet. When I snack, it's on brownies and chocolate. He eats carrots and hummus. It's like that. So, in 2011, when he became deathly ill, it was not only heartbreaking, it was shocking. Not Lee, not him. It started with a dangerously high fever. We went to the ER and were sent home with a couple of prescriptions. We returned in 2 days because he had made no improvement. After that, everything came crashing down. He endured many tests, but the reason for his symptoms could not be determined. I'm going to read an excerpt from chapter 4. It might sound like I'm giving away too much, but remember, this is only page 15 out of over 300 pages, so there's plenty more to read after this. The hospitalist internist said, "We have the results of the CT scan. It doesn't look good." I didn't say a word. He has a mass on his stomach, a lesion on his left kidney. His left lung has some collapse. There's a spot on his lung and one on his liver. The pancreas was not visible. I have called some specialists to see him tonight or tomorrow. I silently stood as my body began to tremble. Specialists? Pancreas? Liver? My husband was the one who was ill, but I felt gutted when I heard that. I knew she was giving me accurate information, but there was no way it could be right. Lee then had surgery, a feeding tube, a ventilator, PICC lines, a huge number of medicines, some with awful effects, painful tests, and more. But the question remained, what was causing his organs to fail? What was causing his constant fevers? What was killing him? You'll have to read the book to find out for sure. Almost Ticked Off is available on Amazon for $15.95, and I invite you to look it up and read the reviews. If you enjoy a good medical story, a good love story, a good survival story, all wrapped up in a memoir, this is a story for you. Thank you again for stopping by my booth. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the Sunshine State Book Festival.